Hello everyone and welcome back to The Success Coach. Today we're going to be learning to convert fractions like this into decimals. So let's start. We know to convert fractions into decimals, we know that fractions are basically the numerator divided by the denominator. The numerator divided by the denominator. So the denominator. Like for an example, 3/8 is equivalent to 3 divided by 8, right? So fractions are the numerator divided by the denominator. When we do this, we will get a decimal. That decimal is what is equivalent to that fraction we had. So, to change 3/8 into a fraction, we must do the numerator divided by the denominator. So, that would be 3 divided by 8. Now, we can do long division here to do 3 divided by 8. So, let's do that. We have the 3 right here. Then we have the 8 right here to have the line. Now, the reason why I made this extra line long is because we know that 3 and 8 are not similar in any way. Meaning, when we divide these two, they will not be an integer. So we're going to have the decimal point right here. We can also have another matching one up there. And we're going to add zeros because we know that it will use a lot more digits than just the ones place. So first we have 3 divided by 8. We know that 8 does not go into 3, but we know that 8 goes into 30. So 8 times, so that means 30 divided by 8. 30 divided by 8 is 8 times 3 is 24. So what we would do, and 24 divided by 8 is 3. So we're going to put a 3 right here. We're going to add a 0 placeholder right there. 3 times 8 is 24. We're going to put 24 right here. And then 30 minus 24 is equivalent to 6. But then, since this is a remainder, we're going to have to bring down the 0. 60 divided by 8. So we know that 8 times 8 is 64. But 64 is obviously greater than 60, so that means it would be 8 times 7. And we know that 8 times 7 is 56. So, we're going to add a 7 right there. 7 times 8 is 56. And 60 minus 56 is equivalent to 4. Then we're going to bring down this other 0 to give us 40. Then we know 8 goes into 40 exactly 5 times. Exactly, without any remainders. And 5 times 8 is 40. So 40 minus 40 is equivalent to 0. That gives us our answer. Our answer is 0.375, or would be 375 thousandths. So that means that 3/8 is equivalent to 3/8, the fraction 3/8 is equivalent to 0.375. So now we know how to change fractions into decimals. Now, let's go ahead and do another problem. Now, let's do the problem. Convert 0.125 into a fraction in its simplest form. 0.125. Or, in other words, we could just call this 125 thousandths. We're going to convert this into fraction. We're going to convert this into a fraction. We're going to do it very similar to the way you converted to decimals. So, to do this, we must know. So, first, let's have the fraction right here set up. Okay. We know that for fractions, it is the numerator divided by the denominator. And we know that in decimal places, the denominator is always 10, 100, 1,000, and you continue going on. In this case, the denominator will be 1,000, so 125 thousandths. So we know that the denominator is thousandths. We know that the numerator is 125. So that gives us our answer, 125 1,000ths. But we asked for the simplest, so that means we're going to have to simplify. So we know that, so let's see let's see 25. How much times does 125 go into 25? 125 goes into 25 apparently 5 times. So you can just cross that out and give it a 5. And 1,000 it goes into 25 40 times. So this would be a 5, and then this would be a 40. But is this really in its simplest form? When you think about it, 40 can be divided by 5, and so can 5. So we can just divide this by 5, which would be 1. We can divide this by 5, which would be 8. And when you see this, 1 over 8, so in other words, all this would be just equal to 1/8. Meaning that 125 is, so what this means is that 125 thousandths is equivalent to 1/8. That is all what we have for today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell to get more videos like this. Bye! We'll see you on the next episode.